Okay, I'm making another video and making this video about this is part 2 of my video on gun control. So anyway, yeah. So why this video is for Democrats. Why do you talk about the NRA so much, about why they're to blame when there is a mass shooting? Every time there's a mass shooting somewhere, it's the NRA and Republicans' fault. Okay? And that is what Democrats say every single time. Okay? You know, as a conservative and as a Republican, I get it. You hate the NRA with a passion. You hate the NRA with every ounce of your being, don't you, Democrats? I get it. I understand why. Because the NRA fights for people's right. They fight for the Second Amendment and the right of people to have a gun. The right to protect themselves. You know, they fight for that right. And you Democrats, you fight for the right to take that away. You fight to take that right away from people. I understand that as well too. You know, I get it. I understand why you do that. You know, so that you can enforce your will on the people that won't put up with it. You know, once you take away all guns, which is exactly what you want, which is exactly what you want to do, you know, then nobody will have the ability to be able to stop you. You know, when we have a Democrat in the White House, and we have Democrats control the House and Senate, you know, then it's like you're gonna pass laws and impose rules that the majority of the people would never support. You know, you want to impose rules and laws that nobody would agree with. You know, you want to be like other countries that have taken away guns from the people and done things that, you know, armed citizens will not put up with. Okay. And that's what you want to do. You want to make laws that people would be up in arms about. People that actually use their guns to stop from happening. And that's why you hate the NRA so much. Because they stop that. They stop you from being able to do that. You know? Excuse me for that. It's not exactly early in the morning, but I'm still tired anyway. I should go back to bed. Get some more sleep. Yep. You know, I mean, and here's a little history lesson for you Democrats. The NRA was created to keep what guns away from black people during slavery. You know, the NRA was founded to give them the right to be armed so that Democrats couldn't drag them off back into slavery again. You know? Yeah, so you guys have hated the NRA since the very beginning. You know, since you were the ones that created slavery. Democrats were the ones. Since you Democrats were the ones that founded slavery, it would make sense that you would hate the NRA for being founded to prevent you from reinstituting slavery on black people. You know? So it just makes sense. I get it. I understand perfectly. I understand perfectly why you hate the NRA. You know, the NRA prevents you from doing what you want to do. You know, the NRA stopped you from continuing slavery, and a big help from Republicans. And that's why you hate Republicans, because they stop you from doing what you want to do. You know, you want to run, you want to put black people on the inner city plantations. You know, the NRA fights for their right to be armed and to be able to defend themselves. Okay? And you are going to fight with all your being, with all your might against that. You know? That's what you Democrats are going to do. You know? So anyway, I know this video isn't going to change any Democrat's mind, because you're so sure that you're right. You know, you're so sure that taking away more guns is what's going to help lower, mass shootings at schools. You know, why is it that almost 98% of mass shootings take place in places where guns are not allowed? Why is that? Why don't they have mass shootings at the gun ranges or NRA meetings or a lot of other places? Why is it that they just happen to pick places where guns are banned? Guns aren't allowed. They lo and behold pick places where guns aren't allowed. No, why is that? You know? Hopefully you'll know the answer without thinking about it too much. You know? They know that to kill the most number of people, that, for them to be able to do that, they will go to places where people are forbidden to have guns. Okay? And as soon as somebody shows up with one, then their time of killing people is over. They know that. That's why they pick places like that. Okay? That's why they do that. Do I have a gun? No, I do not have a gun. I do not have a gun because I live in an area and a neighborhood and a building that is nice enough to where I don't need to have a gun to protect myself. Okay? But a lot of people do. A lot of law-abiding people do. And what you Democrats don't understand is, when you take them away from people like that, no, I take that back. You probably do. You do understand. You do understand that there are people that need to have a gun to protect themselves. You don't want them to be able to be protected. You don't want them to defend themselves with a gun, You want them to be terrified, and you want them to run to the Democrats for protection. Oh, please help me. Protect me, Democrats. Please help me, government. A cop is not going to be there the instant you need to be protected. That is not going to happen. Okay? That is not going to happen. If you think that is, then you're wrong. The only way you can be protected and make sure you are protected is to have a weapon and have a concealed and carry weapon permit. That's it. And be able to know how to use it. Okay? And yes, I was in the Navy, and yes, I did shoot a gun when I was in boot camp. And yes, I know how to use a pistol. If I was carrying a concealed weapon, I would know how to use it. Okay, to defend myself. Having a gun is not good enough. Just good enough. You need to know how to use it too. I gotta go.